Today we will start a new topic called data types. Okay. After the class, you are going to get the recording. Okay, soon. Yeah. Shall I go on?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just a minute. Let me take a pen. Yeah. Today we are going to start a topic called data types. In the previous classes, we have completed identifiers, variables, then operators. Okay. Slowly we will increase the pace of the learning. Okay. Now, in Python, everything is an object. Okay. Now, actually, I cannot define right now because the object-oriented programming will come in the part 2 of Python, advanced Python. Now, let me discuss what is an object. C++, Java, C#, all these languages are called as object-oriented languages because everything in those languages will be represented as object. Now, let me define what is an object. Okay. It will take 5 minutes. Okay, anything in the real world is an object. Okay, now every object has 3 characteristics. Okay, the first one is identity. Second one is state, and third one is behavior. Okay. Okay. Now, for example, if you take a student, okay, name of the student is called as identity. Okay.
Recording in progress.
Abhinav, can you please mute yourself? Jeevan, Ranjit, it's not fair, Andy, please. When the class is going on, if you do such that, the class will be rampant. I will stop the session, that's it, not more than that. Please, Andy.
Sir, there is one option for host to mute everybody. So can
Yes,
you use that?
I have done mute all. Yes, Andy. Yes, I have done it. Now, look at here. Every object has 3 characteristics. First one is identity. This is called as name of the object. Second one is state. It will be represented with attributes. Okay. Also called as properties. Okay. Then third one is called as behavior. Okay. Behavior is also called as responsibilities. Okay. Now responsibilities will be represented with the functions. Okay. Also called as methods. Now, let me take a student Rama. Okay. Let me take, I'm not taking any religious, simply I'm taking some Rama. Okay. Rama is a student. So shall I call Rama is a name? Is it called as identity? Okay. This is called as identity. Then, what are the attributes of Rama? Rama may be a male. He may be 6 feet. He may be black in color. And these shall I call them as attributes? Or shall I call them as properties? Now, for example, Rama, if he is doing BTech or MTech, he has some roll number, he has some name, he has some class, maybe BTech first year or second year, maybe section A, and shall I call all these things are properties of the object or attributes of the object? Now, let me tell you what is the meaning of behavior. Okay, behavior is represented with maybe he is listening the class, and writing the notes. Okay, he is doing coding. Okay, Now, shall I call them as responsibilities of the student in the class? Every student who is in the class, they have to listen properly and they have to note down the thing and they have to do coding and questioning. If you have any doubts, you have to go for questioning. So shall I call them as behaviors? If any object consisting of the three behaviors such as identity, state, and behavior, then I'll call it as object. Is it okay? Now, each and data types in Python are also considered as classes. Now let me clear the screen. Anyone want to note down, Andy? Shall I wait for 1 minute? Hello? Anyone want to note down?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, please.
Please, Andy, please note down. Because it is very, very important for interview purpose. Once done, just send a message and completed. Yeah, I hope everyone will completed, Andy. Yeah, shall I erase it? Yeah. Now, what I'm discussing, everything in Python is an object. Everything in Java is also object. Everything in Java is also object because they have three properties: identity, state, identity, and behavior. Okay, state will be first, second one is identity, state, and behavior. Okay, now variables are instances of the objects of the class. I will discuss this point in 1 minute. Here, now if I want to know the data type of that variable, I use a function called type. Okay, type is a function. Always functions will be written this parenthesis. Determine which class a value or variable belongs to. Okay, now let me discuss about what are the basic data types supported by Python. The first kind of data types are called as number data types. Okay, now a number as a data type which stores only the numerical values. Okay, now number data type can store only numeric data. Okay, and they are immutable. What is the meaning of immutable? Once you create a numeric object, we cannot change. We cannot change. This property is called as immutability. Okay, now what is the meaning of immutable? Once if I create a numeric data, later I cannot change it. That kind of property is called as immutable. Okay, now when the value of the variable is changed, a new object is allocated. This point I will discuss in 2 minutes. Now, what are various kinds of number data types are available? Integer, float, and complex. These two we used since last 2 classes. Okay, now how to create an object in the Python? Just simply assign a value to the variable. That's it. Here one is called as value and x is called as variable. That's it. Now, if I want to know what is the data type of x, I'm using a function called type of x. So it is going to create like this. Look at here, class, comma, int. Is it okay? Now 1.0, anything will be represented in the form of real numbers. In computer science, they will be called as floats. Okay. Now, float is a data type which is used to store real numbers. Maybe salary, maybe 15,000.55 and 1,000.25. These are called as floats. Type of y is a function which is going to give me class, comma, float. Clear? Now, shall I call everything in Python is an object? Even the numeric data types are also considered. Look at here. Integer is a class. Float is a class. Is it okay? Now in mathematics, in mathematics, we will take another data type called complex. Here in complex, we'll store the data in the form of a plus ij. Okay. Now look at here, 1 plus 2j. If any number is in the form of a plus ij or a plus bj, here a and b are called as operands, plus is called as operator, and j is called as a imaginary number. They will be used in vector calculus. Okay. When we discuss about vector calculus, we'll discuss about them. Is it okay? So Python number supports integer data type, float data type, and complex data type. Is it okay? Now, these three are called as creation of objects. So if I want to delete the object from the memory, okay, these three are called as creation of objects. Creation of objects. Okay. Now, whenever we create object, what will happen in the memory? In the memory, okay, there will be an object is created. An object is created. Okay. Now, whenever we create an object, what will happen? It is going to create a Python. For example, if I create integer object x equal to 1, let me clear the screen, Andy. Okay, please. Now, what will happen in the memory when I do like this? It is going to create py int object. This will be done by the memory itself. Here, programmer will not do anything. X equal to 1. Okay, and this location, this will be done in memory, computer memory, and which is going to assign a unique 16-digit ID. Okay, which is going to create a unique 16-digit ID will be created. Now, whenever we create like this, what will happen? It is going to create py float object. Y equal to 1.0. For y also, you are going to create a unique 16-digit like this. Now, if I want to deallocate the memory, what has to be done? I have to use a keyword called del. Del is a keyword which removes memory, okay, which removes object from the memory. Okay, clear, Andy? Any doubts? This is the way how to create object, and this is the way how to delete the object. So shall I continue? Any queries? If you have any queries, you can use the chat box, Andy. Okay, now let me discuss about what is type conversion. This is one of the most important interview question. Okay, listen carefully, Andy. Now I have taken a data type called as integer, and I have another taken data type called as float. These two are called as compatible, type compatible. Technical terminology, type compatible. What is the meaning of type compatible? I can convert integer to float. Once again, I will convert float to integer. Okay, once again, I'm repeating. What is the meaning of type compatibility? I can convert integer to float. I can convert back from float to integer. So what will happen? Now, if I store 1.5, 1.5 is a float, a equal to 1.5, b equal to, okay, if I do like this, int of a, then what will happen? Only the integer location will be stored in a. Now, b consisting of only 1. Is it okay? This is called as storing float in integer. Okay, storing float value in integer. Then can you please tell me what is happening? There is a data loss. There is a data loss. Will you agree, Andy? Once again, I'm repeating. I have a float value 1.5. if I convert this float value to integer, I will use a function called int function. The int function is converting float value to integer. In this case, what is happening? It is leaving 0.5 value. So there is a data loss. Okay. Now, we will reback do it. Okay. If I store a equal to 1, if I store b equal to float of, there is a function called float of a. Then b consisting of value 1.0. Okay, 1 will become 1.0. Is it okay? Can you please respond? Now, why these two are called as type compatible? Both are numerical type. Okay, look at here. Converting the values of one data type to another data type is called as type conversion. Now, integer I can convert it into float, and float I can convert it into string. Integer, but the biggest challenge is string. Okay, a string is called as group of characters. Now, I cannot convert a string into integer, and I cannot convert a string into floats. Is it okay? Now, Python has two different types of conversion. Python has two different types of conversion. This is the most important question. First one is explicit type conversion. Second one is, sorry, first one is implicit type conversion. Second one is explicit type conversion. Implicit means automatically converts one data type to another. Whatever which is happening between integer to float or float to integer, this is called as implicit conversion. These things will be done automatically. Here, as a programmer, I am not writing any code. Look at here. Automatically convert. I can convert into data to float, and once again float data to integer. This kind of conversion doesn't need any user involvement. Is it okay? This is one of the most important questions. This is called as implicit conversion. But if I want to convert a string to integer or string to float, manually we have to do it. Look at here. Users convert the data type and object to required data type. Here we are using functions such as int function, float function, string function, etc. This kind of conversion is called as explicit type conversion. So shall I take a small example? Hello? Yeah, I will take a beautiful example and explain. Okay. Now, let us look at here. Here, I have taken integer number is 123. I have taken integer number as 123. I have taken float number as 1.23. Okay, 1.23. Actually speaking, if I add all these things, what will happen? 124.23. Okay, this is the final result. This one. Now here, what I am doing? Integer number plus float number. Whenever I do, my result will be 124.23. Is it okay? Now, after conversion, what is my result I am printing? If I print this result, it is going to print 124.23 because there is no problem. I can do addition, I can do subtraction, I can do multiplication because both are type compatible. Okay. But the biggest problem comes once if I take a string, an integer or a float. The type conversion will not done. Python allows converts a smaller data type to larger type to avoid the loss of the data. Here, type of integer means it is integer. Type of float is it is float. Now the result will be float. Once after completion of this result, 124.23 is also a float. I hope it is clear for everyone. Any queries, Andy? Any queries about implicit conversion? Shall I continue to explicit conversion? Now, another example is explicit conversion. Okay. Now, let us go for X. Here, I have taken integer 123, and I have taken string float in double quotes 456. This is called a string. Why I am calling it a string? Anything, either in single quotes, single or double quotes, will be treated as a string. Okay, a string is a group of characters. Clear? A string is a group of characters. So actually speaking, I cannot do addition. So a string cannot be added with integer. So what I have to do? Look at here. I need to convert the string into integer. Look at, that's what I'm doing here. Don't look at this two line, not required. Look at here what I'm doing. This string 456, I'm converting into integer by using this built-in function. Okay. Now this 456 will become integer 456. That I'm storing another variable called number underscore string. Now, now I'm adding 123 number and 456 number. Look at here, int number and number string. Now I'll get result as 6 plus 3 9, 5 plus 2 7, 4 plus 1 is 6, 579. Is it okay? This kind of conversion is called as explicit conversion. మన క్లాస్ లో మళ్ళీ కాల్ చేస్తానమ్మా ఒక 5 నిమిషాలే. హలో, ఎనీ క్వరీస్ అండి? Shall I go to Jupyter notebook to demonstrate? Look at here. Now we are creating an object. We are getting 3 objects. Now let me go for type conversion. The simple example, 123, if I want to add to 1.23, the result is, look at here, the result is 124.23. Okay. Now the data type of the new output is float. Clear for you? Now I'm taking 2 types and look at here. One is a string, another one is a integer. Now what is happening? Look at here, it is error. It is going to generate error because unsupported operands. Integer I cannot add with string. Okay, this is called as type error. Okay, everyone kindly please note down the errors also. In the interviews, they may also ask, explain any 5 different kinds of errors. Is it okay? Now, how this error will be removed? How this error will be removed? Here, I need to, just look at here. I'm removing this conversion of the data types, not required. Directly I go to logic. Okay. Now look at here. What happened? The integer 123 has been added to the 456 has been converted to integer. Now the thing happened. The output will be 579. This kind of conversion is called as explicit type conversion. I will wait here for 1 minute. If you have any queries, please ask me, Andy. Okay.
Can you please print the type also, sir, here for number sum, num underscore sum?
Here, yeah. Print of num underscore str. Okay.
No, num sum. I mean,
Yeah.
post edition.
Yes. Here, type of. Look at here, integer. Here, you want to print this string underscore m?
No, last we have a print, right? Num underscore sum.
Wait.
Post edition.
This one. Okay. Just a wait.
Yes.
Okay. Integer only. Okay, na? Hello?
Yes, sir, got it.
Yeah. Now, shall I continue? Now let us go for after completion of number data types. The next data type is called as Boolean, which is used to represent 2 outcomes. First one is true. Second one is false. Okay. Now used to represent truth values of 2 constant objects. Okay. First one is false. Second one is true. Okay. In numeric context, they will behave like integers and zeros one respectively. Yesterday we discussed that true will be represented 1, false will be represented with 0 while discussing about logical operations. Okay. Here. Now let me demonstrate them. Now look at these rules are very, very important. And now almost any value is evaluated to true. Any string is true except empty string. What is the meaning of string? Like in single quotes, A, B, C, D. This is called as true. But if I give empty string without having any data, this is false. Okay. Now, any number is true. I told you that any number is true except 0. Only 0 will be treated as false. Any other than 0 will be treated as true. Okay, this is second rule. Third rule is any listed tuple set in dictionary is true except empty ones. This will come in the 5 minutes. Okay, now let us discuss about the negative rules, false rules. Many values that evaluates to false, such as except empty ones and the number 0 and the value none. Look at here, except empty values such as, this is called as all these discussions I'll give in few minutes. Okay, many values evaluates to false. 0 is also evaluates to false. And the value none also will be represented as false. None is another data type. None is another data type. Okay, it is not an integer, not a float, not a Boolean, not a string. This is called as none in Python. Okay, now let us discuss some examples on this. So can you please respond with your answers? This is beautiful, important topic. True plus false. Can you please answer? 1 plus 0. The answer is 1. Yes. True. So, what is happening at Muhammad Johnny? So you should please mute yourself and please. Now, false minus true. False will be 0. Now, you look at here, 0 minus 1. This is minus 1. Okay, look at here. After this, I will demonstrate them in the Jupyter notebook. Okay, once again, is it clear for everyone? Is it clear? Why it is minus 1? False will be 0, true will be 1. So 0 minus 1 equal to minus 1. It is not true, not false. Now 1 to the power 0. 1 to the power 0 is something power 0. What is the answer?
1.
Yes. Now, false is less than or equal to true. False is 0. 0 is less than or equal to 1. Yes, it is true. Okay. Now, can you please tell me the answer for this? You know the answer.
False.
No. Please think. It is bitwise not.
False.
No, andi. Negation of 1 and even cheppan move minus x minus 1. Minus 1 minus 1. So the answer is minus 2. Yesterday I told you na bitwise not. Hello? Yesterday only I told you. Let me go back. One day lo marchipothe elagandi. Tilde symbol of a. The bitwise will be represented with the tilde. This is called as, okay. I hope it is clear for you. Hello? Yeah. Now this you have to do the answer and 1 left shift 2. Now 1 will be represented as 1, 2, 4, 8, 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay. Now if you left shift 2, what will happen? Left shift. These 2 zeros will go down. 0, 1, 0, 0. So 0, 1, 0, 0 is 4. The answer for this question is 4. Will you agree? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now shall we demonstrate them? Yeah, just a minute. Just a minute. I will demonstrate them in the Jupyter notebook. Yeah, look at here. True plus false. And false minus true. It is minus 1. And true to the power false. And false is less than or equal to true. And negation of true. And true double less than 2 shift left. Is it okay? Are you getting me? Now, if I have something here, it will be true. If there is nothing, it will be false. Clear? Hello? Hello? Now, yes. Yeah, just a minute. Now, let me introduce another data type called string data type. Okay. A string is a continuous set of characters. How many times I will say? And Kiran Kumar, can you please mute yourself? Please. A string is a continuous set of characters represented in quotation marks. Okay. Either I can use single quotation or double quotation is valid in Python. Is it okay? And strings are immutable. This is the most important question. What is the meaning of immutability? We cannot change. Okay. Now, how to create a string? String Python programming. Either you use double quotes or single quotes, both are same. Here, I can tell. Now, I'll tell you a small example. Okay. Now, once if I create a string, I can read data in two directions. First one is a forward direction. Second one is a backward direction. Okay. Okay. Forward direction means left to right. Left to right. English, Telugu, Hindi, all these are left to right. And forward direction, backward direction means right to left. Right to left. Mostly Arabic will do from right to left. Is it okay? So shall I take a small example? Okay. I'll take a string in double quotes. Python, Python. I will try to read the data and show you. Okay. Now this is a string for me. Okay. Now, whenever I want to read the data from left to right, its index values, index is a number, always starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is called as forward indexing. What is the formula? 0 to n minus 1, where n is number of characters. How many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 6 minus 1. So 0 to 5, okay na? Now, if I want to access the data, simply I will do S of 0. S of 0 represents P. Now, S of 1 represents Y, single character. S of 2, this represents T. Now, this is called as index value. Okay. Now, S of 5, I will get N. If I go for S of 6, error. There is no data here. S of 6, there is no data. Is it okay? This is called as forward indexing. Like this, I can read the data from left to right. Clear for you? Now, let us go for backward indexing. Backward indexing means reading data from right to left. The values will start from -1 to -n. This, look at here, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. If I do like this, S of -1, which n. Now, S of -2, which represents O. S of -3, which represents H. S of -6, which represents P. S of -7, error. There is no data. Is it okay? Will you agree, Andy? Like this, I can read the data from left to right as well as right to left. Is it clear? Shall I wait for 1 minute? Will you note down? Can you please note down? Anyone noting down, Andy? Completed? Anyone noted down, Andy? Yeah. Now let me clear the screen. Yeah. Now the next is the next data type is called as a list. Okay. List is a data structure which can hold any kind of data. Okay. Now look at here. Now list can be created with square brackets. They are mutable. Means once if I create a list, I can change the data at any moment of time. Okay. That is called as mutability. Whenever I create a list, I can hold any kind of data, any kind. This is called a heterogeneous. Technically, it is called as heterogeneous. What is the meaning of heterogeneous? I can store more than one data type. More than one data type. Clear? Now 100 is an integer, Python is a string, 50.75 is a float, A is a string, true is a float. Sorry, true is a Boolean. So am I storing all the data types? That is called as a list. Okay. Now another data structure which is tuple. It is exactly same as list. Same as list. But one small difference is it is immutable. Means tuple cannot be changed like a string, like a number. Okay. Now tuples can be created with a parenthesis. Is it okay? Then now let me go for another data structure which we'll use regularly is dictionary. Very, very important. Dictionary is a container where we can store the data in the form of curly braces. Okay. Here every value will be associated with a key. With a key. Okay. If I know the key, then only I can access this value. If I want to enter into my house, I should open my key. Okay. Now every value will have a key. That's it. Okay. Now look at here. That contains data enclosed in curly braces. Now where I can store the data in the form of a key and value pair. Look at here. Within the curly braces, number is a key, 100 is a value, name is a key, RAM is a value, salary is a key, 1,25,000 is a value. If I want to access them, dictionary one of number will get 100, dictionary one of name will get RAM, dictionary one of salary will get 1,25,000. Is it okay? Now we have just 1 minute more. Zoom sessions will be for 40 minutes only, Randy. Now let me last one is set is another data structure. Okay. Set is another data structure where we can store only unique values. That means if you store duplicate values, it will remove it. Okay. That is called as set. So I hope you understood the basic data types of programming. Okay.